In the final year of the Great War, deadly battles were fought in the sky over France and Belgium. This was the new battleground. The flimsy flying machines of a few years earlier had evolved into hardy, mass-produced combat and reconnaissance aircraft. In the mornings, hundreds would take off from grassy fields on both sides of the Western Front. The Germans, even when facing defeat, still introduced new and deadly fighters, such as the fearsome Fokker D-7, which appeared in large numbers during summer 1918. In those last months of the war, 3 squadrons of Australian airmen formed the fledgling AFC, or Australian Flying Corps. One of these squadrons had a reconnaissance and artillery spotting role and flew the ungainly RE-8. Somewhat maligned by the British and regarded as Fokker fodder, the RE-8, or Harry Tate as it was nicknamed, proved to be much more formidable in the hands of an experienced Australian pilot and gunner. They shot down 51 German aircraft for the loss of just 11 RE-8s. Another Australian squadron was equipped with the Sopwith Camel. Powered by a rotary engine that spun with a propeller, it developed alarming torque and tested the skill of the very best pilots. More airmen were killed learning to fly the Camel than were shot down by the enemy.
Switches on. Contact, swinging.
Once it was mastered, it was the most maneuverable and deadly fighter of the war. Some pilots would fly alone on balloon-busting missions. Attacking German observation balloons was highly dangerous and strictly for volunteers only. The Australian Flying Corps also flew the SE-5A fighter. More stable than the Camel, this was a tough little aircraft that was well respected by all who flew them. Large numbers of SE-5As were taken to the skies above France and Belgium, with most pilots flying 2 or 3 patrols each day. Throughout the long summer of 1918, often outnumbered by the young and inexperienced airmen Germany was sending to the front line, Australian pilots and gunners fought on to the last days of the war. They were developing the strategy and tactics of aerial combat, and it was clear that aviation would have an even greater impact in future conflicts. Improvements in design and performance led to rapid advances in civil and military aviation. Soon many countries had their own air forces. Australia was among the first to do so in 1921. Trained and adventurous young veterans of the war were at the core of this new service. 20 years later, during the Second World War, they and a new generation of flyers were essential when the conflict came closer to